gonna mute the music. Is the music playing though? Is the biggest question. Yes, it is. So mute the music, please. There we go. All right, and then we're going into the game. So this is pretty much the game. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to give you guys some English subtitles, just so you know. Can read. Have you played the Stanley Parable? Now, I am going to go with no. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. On my side, you know what, let's keep it there. Confirm. Please enter the current time. You know what, let's do it right. It is now, on my side, it is 8, 26. Oh my gosh, I have to like go through this way. 8 p.m. 8:26 p.m. Confirm. Accessibility settings cannot be okay, whatever, I don't care. Alright, you are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Inception right there, if you guys can see it. Like literally. Hey, let's go. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, this is where I'm starting to play. I hate Mondays, don't we all? Pencils. Well, imagine that you have to like sit at your desk and literally just press a button the whole day. I would go out of my mind.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Number 1, Dad. Oops. Hope nobody was working on that.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Will do. I'm reading the cups. Leave me alone. I like work. I just hate my boss. I think that is pretty much story of most people's life. Mile, I guess it's smile. Carla, hello. How are you? Over here. Nope. That's a look. I hope nobody was working on that. No, 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 no.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Hi, Cara, do you hear me? I think, okay, yeah, you can hear me. No, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Let's have a look here and see. Nope. Okay, so the question is, are we gonna listen?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so Carla, this is called the Stanley Parable. It's a psychological game in the sense of it messes with your mind about reality, but it's also a fun, just relaxing game. So yeah, it's pretty much it. So the question is, are we gonna go to the left door, which is follow the instructions, or are we gonna go against what the narrator says? Are we gonna go right? Now that is the question. Are we gonna listen to the guy or not? Because we can do the left part. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But why do we have to listen to the narrator? That's the question. Why? Does he have a plan with us? What is the reason he's telling us the story? I am thinking. Let's see what you guys say. Left or right? Let's vote. Okay, so we've got left, right, right. Carla, you say left. Well, would be to trick you. Okay, well, let's go left. I mean, it can be like,
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
I was deciding, okay? Okay, let's do left. Let's go left. I think let's go left. Door. No. Also closed. Well, Roman, that is a very good question. Would you agree that men lie to women's face and women lie with their face? If you're talking about makeup, yeah, I would look. I'm not gonna get into that, to be quite honest.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave
Agreed,
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hello, boss. Okay, so let's have a look here. Meeting room. Hold on, what is... You're at the bottom, Friday on... Hold on. Let's do this because you can't see where I'm pointing. Is there a way I can video? It's there should be somewhere. Use toggle walk. Show reticle. There we go. That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is back. Resume the game. There we go. Now you guys can see. So right here, what to do about 432? Don't tell 432 about this about the meeting. Okay. Special team, special plays. Mr. Boss, how's it, man? But yeah, Carla, I agree. Roman, that's not acceptable. We're not gonna do that. Look, if you guys want to see like the full screen version of it, there is this is only the vertical part. There is a like horizontal one as well. If you get onto my page, then you can actually see the full screen version of this if you want to. because right now you're only seeing like this little small part. So there is another live as well. Just go check it out. But yeah, thank you so much, Gora, for the subscribe. I appreciate that. Yes. All right. So do not alter without consulting whiteboard managers. They're like a whiteboard manager. Okay. Tomorrow complete today's unfinished agenda. Okay, cool. There's probably some random stuff that's going on here. Everyone is unique. You most of all. That is true. Everybody is unique. Meneer Basas, is my maatjie. Hoe gaan dit? Hoe gaan dit? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts. Okay, cool. Okay, but then this means this thing is about absolutely nothing. Right? At which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase of graphs per slide. Oh, and there's more stuff coming here. Okay, anyways. Profits. What is hot? Profits. Okay, anyways, whatever. Okay, nothing important there. Let's go. Closet room. Hey, yo, yeah, there's a door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Well, it is a broom closet, and there is a broom. Is there anything?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Well,
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't
case,
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
well then, we are going to literally just sit here and wait for him.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, you're giving new dialogue, so yes, we are going to stay in the closet until we know what is going on.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I'm talking. Well then, if that's the case, we're going to stay here until there's no more dialogue.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Why
I
British?
hope your friends find this concerning.
Well, do you guys find this concerning that I'm staying in a closet? Broom closet.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh wow. Now that was
Well, I've come to a
uncalled for.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. I don't know why. Oh well. Yeah. I guess that is it. Okay, cool.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, let's do this then.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, Chad, where are we going? Are we going up or down? Let me know. I wanna... Yeah. So we can either, like I said, follow what he says or do the exact opposite. What do you guys think? Should we go up or down? Now, if you have played this game, please do no spoilers. But yeah, boss's room, to the boss's office, or downstairs to... I have no idea what's going on there. Let me know. Brittany, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yes. So, if you're new here, my name is Ace. I am from South Africa, and we play games that is absolutely ridiculous and weird. Yes. Okay, so it seems like we are going up. Since everybody is talking about following the narrator. Okay. That was closed. Executive bathroom. Oh, there's a door that can open here. Am I dead? I can't see my reflection. Extreme bathrooms. Can't read. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Oh, okay. Weird. Nice. Can we use the bathroom? Nope. Why am I typing in the middle of nowhere? It's not me, by the way. Chair. Good grief. Hello? Well, this is the boss's...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Piano! Can I play?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, hello. Red light. Where are we going?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh, okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But this says escape. Hold on. Did we escape or mind control facility? Well, it seems like everybody is going with the whole let's follow the narrator. Let's do this. Oh, this is dark. This is creepy as hell.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, hello. Oh, there's another platform. Oh, here's a button. What? Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Fired.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
We are
nothing.
what? 274, right? There in front, right there. That is us. But I'm not there. Oh, there's another one fired. There's 2 people fired already. Okay. Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Think about it.
No.
Slave to our
He
own
refused to
mind.
believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, well.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I will control. Take it out. Where do we go from here? What happens if I go in here? Where's the lights coming from? Okay, anyways. Oh, power facility. Facility power, my bad. 195. Employee 195 was working. Oh, I can't press the button. Okay. Mind controls idle. Awaiting input.
And when
Okay,
at
so-
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So we need to switch it off, right?
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
So beautiful.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay. Okay, so Narrator actually gives you like the best ending. You're happy and everything is good. Sweet. Okay, well let's Huh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I want a mug like that. I honestly want a mug like that. I want to use it on stream because I'm always drinking coffee, so I want one that says "Who farted on you?" and you guys like. I honestly want a mug like that. Don't waste any electricity. Hold on, is there any mugs that's different? No, still the same mugs. It's the same stuff, so I guess we're starting over. But
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
okay,
When Stanley came to a set
This
of
time-
two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
we're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, well, let's do that. Before that, let's just check if I can open doors. Oh, here's the lounge. Sweet.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, there's a lot of dads working here. That's
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I was looking at mugs. Leave me alone. But since you're talking about that, is there anything?
At this point,
Oh.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Yeah.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh wow. I thought that was something else.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, well, we're gonna hang around until we've got all the dialogue that's here. Somebody left a letter, but you can't zoom. Oh, hold on. What is this place? Nah, I can't read it. Well, I guess that is the dialogue. Let's continue.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Oh, there's the break room. No. Some plans over
Stanley
here.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the lift, 5,000. Yeah, so hold on. If you jump off, you die. But you also get fined $5,000. You know what? Screw it.
But in his eagerness to prove that
fine.
he is in control
You're
of the
fine.
story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. Okay, well, we're back in the office. Let's go back there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We already did.
Wow.
Need to admire it.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm not gonna use that now. Nice painting.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, so what happens if we go straight this way?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
There's
here.
an open door, that's
I'm
fine.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If
Hold
you
on.
can truly
This-
place your faith in another,
This phone is
then
connected
pick
to a
up the
plug.
phone.
No, this is not a real call. This is clearly fake.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
I don't
Hope
pick
for
it
a
up.
life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No,
Yes.
that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I think I broke the game. Yeah, hold on. Do I need to go back now? Why is there a cage? Is it because I jumped off?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay, I guess I need to go back here. Is there any door I can go back on? Oh, the break room.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't? What if I do not follow that?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You entered the door on his right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Whoopsie. I think I might have broken the game. Hold on. Oh, there's nothing here. Oh, slipping through everything. Okay, well, let's get going into that way then.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Restart the game.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. Yeah. I have to.
Restart.
I have to.
Properly broke this game.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm an adult.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay,
that means
fine.
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine, I'll go left. It's fixed.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No! No! Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But... Yeah, it's closed as well. It's closed as well. The boss office looks different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Why is there a panda with a gun to its head?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I can't. Allow me to do it. Just...
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please
heard you.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the
trying.
story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I did try.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
Hi.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is everything all right?
I'm here.
Stanley, this is important.
Yes.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It
I'm
cannot
trying.
exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
I did.
Do something.
I did.
Anything.
I did.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So,
Okay, well, this is not the
you hear
end.
me?
But we're going to try some other
Are you
different
there?
stuff
Are
as
you
well.
listening to
'cause
this?
obviously-
Stanley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, well, we'll restart
It's
the
okay,
game
I
now.
can
Obviously,
wait.
this can't be the end. There should be
You
more to the
need
game.
time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Yes, I'm here.
That's all right.
Yes, I'm
I'll
here.
wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I did.
Take as much time as you need.
Thank you. Okay. Well, oh. Hold on, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, I'm checking if there's anything that I can do. Or open, so leave me alone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so we've got 3 options. No, 4 options right now. So we can go to the right and see what's going on there, because there's still that open door that's on the right hand side, you know, on that lift, and then the walkway, there's an open door there, so we can still do that one. I wonder what happens if we do answer the phone. That's another thing. There's those 2 things on the right. Then on the left, no, there's another one on a third one on the right as well, where we go down, and then before we get to that lift thing, there's an entrance to the left. I don't know what's in there. And then on the left hand side, instead of going up to the boss, we can go down. So what do you guys think? Up, down, left, or right? I don't know. Let me know. Let's finish up on. I think let's finish up on the right. I think that might be the best.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's do. Oh, I came from here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, I think, let's go to the one on the. Let's go left after the lounge.
The lounge was sublime, a work of
It's a
art.
work of art, yes. I
What,
know.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so what's in here?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ooh, red button. What does this one do?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay, well, that's the only door that can open up.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Claudia! Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Apparently not. There's only...
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Which way is it, Mr. Narrator?
Now, let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, let's go this way then. Apparently not that way. Ooh, red steps. Let's go down. Oh, right.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Pirate.
Okay, from the top.
I've questions. The pirate. Who's the pirate? Arr, me matey. Why is he a pirate? Well, he, she, I don't know who it is. Why are they a pirate?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stop wasting electricity. Oh, go on. Oh, there we go. So... how do I get in there? 420, baby, let's go.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
whoa.
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Hold on. This one goes to the same spot there. Okay, well, there's door left and right that we can always go. What's that there? Let's go. Yeah, that one looks like it goes outside.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Just go in circles.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I was busy exploring. We're still okay. It was in the same spot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Now
mean?
I can't even open it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why can't I go in there? I can't even open doors or anything like that.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
But there's nothing there. I tried. My office looks different.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay, fine. Let's go back then. Oh, okay. Okay. This looks weird.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
You should
I
know.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yes.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Cheaters
I'm
always
getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Well, it does look like a place where they murder people, so yes, it does. So, hello. What we got over here?
All right,
The
I've got a
Stanley
solution.
Parable
This time, to make
Adventure
sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
We need to save electricity. It's expensive. Global warming and all that, you know. There's no one in the office, so what's the point of having a computer on? Okay, chat. Do we go down that corridor or do we follow the line? Let me know. Chat, what do you guys think? Down the corridor or do we follow the line? Because if we follow the line, it's on the narrow path and the straight path. And you know what? What do you guys think? Yay, nay. And 1, if we follow the line. 2, if we go down the corridor. So this is 1, this is 2. Go. Let's hear it. Okay. Well, it seems like we are heading towards this way. Thanks, guys. All right, we're heading this way around.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Fine.
You
Well,
see,
unfortunately,
the
chat,
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
to destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, Are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
What?
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. It's a fern, normal looking fern with normal leaves and green, okay. Whatever.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
We went that way. So I take it we're going this way. Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. That's going to be stuck in my head now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after
Pirates.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Bum, bum, ba, da, dun, da, dun, da, dun. Bum, ba, da, dun,
You know
da,
what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay, let's go. Bum, bum, ba, da, dun, da, dun,
Now,
da, dun.
yes, this
Bum, ba,
is
da, dun,
exciting.
da, dun,
Just me and
dun.
Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well,
Yay.
it could be anything. What
Mr.
do you want
Narrator.
our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What do you guys think? What is Stanley's real story? What is Stanley really all about? I think it's a guy who's living in his dreams, just following the man. Who knows who the man is, the big man on top. And then, you know...
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
What about the music? I love the music. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Well, it's kind of like going everywhere we want to go, so... Wee, wee, wee. Okay, it's leaving us. Oh, nice.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Did you follow what he said there? He said that by logic, if the right door is the wrong door, that means that the left door is the right door. But because we are not following the rules, which means that the left door is wrong, so we need to follow the right door. Math. Yeah, whatever. Oh, hello. The confusing end.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Oh!
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Hold on.
Does that mean
It's a long time.
did we do
Stanley
it?
dies.
Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
End is never, the end is never, the end is never. Okay. Oh, here's one as well.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I think I might have done something wrong. Here's another one. Awaiting input. Another one that's off. Is this talking?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Clearly, the narrator did forget his lines.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go left. Let's see if it is true, because it said we can't follow the storyline.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Looks normal.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Thank you, I will. Let me just close the door there. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, it is a broom. It's a nice broom and a nice bucket. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else there. Hold on. Can I? No. There's nothing more.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going down, buddy.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
It's getting creepy.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Gosh,
No,
what is
Stanley
happening?
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I thought it was Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, Stanley's dead. We killed Stanley. Whoopsie. Okay. Well, let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What's that sound? Well, the stuff on the screen is gone. Ooh, there's a puzzle here. Still, everything is locked.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think let's go to the right and jump down. Yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. We're going straight down. Gonna try this.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, well, we know do not fall. So.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Can I jump down?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really?
We're fine.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Wrong.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, well.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red or blue? Red or blue? They are getting two different ways. Alright, 1 if we go for blue, 2 if we go for red. Let me know down in the chat. 1 for blue, 2 for red. Which one are we taking on this one? Let me know. Okay, seems like it is blue. Let's go.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
We're going for blue. That's what we said we're going to do.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
No.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Am I just running in
And
circles now?
well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Yes. Is there anything else in there? I mean,
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
it's beautiful and all, but
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
where are we going with the stairs?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Or what? Or what? Do we do it, chat? Do we do it? Are we doing it? Yes or no? Let me know. Yes if we do this. Or no if we don't do this. No? Oh, spoiler. Spoil. Okay, well, let's go then. Can we go? Looks like we can go back there. Let's have a look.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I want to so bad. But chat, no, you spoiled it for me. Oh, it is pretty. Damn. This is a screensaver. If I had background, it would be a cool background. Okay, I'm just spoiling it right now. Honestly, I think we need to do that.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Well, I'm not going to stay there forever. Hold on. sucks. I can't jump. Okay, well, 3, 2, 1, Geronimo!
No! Oh, thank God.
We're fine.
You lived.
We're fine.
You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I believe I can fly.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh. We're walking
My
slow.
God.
We're fine.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
That is what we do for the content, baby. Let's go. I believe I can fly. Whee!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
We're not
I'm going
fine.
back.
We're not fine.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
No, did I lose? Oh, I did. Like, yeah, it is what it is. You know what? We'll get to that just now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What happens if we do answer the phone?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. But eager to get back to business, Stanley
right.
took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, we're going to not do that one. Already did it. Now
Stanley
I
was so
want to
bad
answer
at
the
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
phone. But yeah,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
door
here.
is still there.
I'm not your enemy, really,
let's do
I'm
that.
not.
Let's see if the
I
blue door
realize that
can still be
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Yeah, this
Give
time
me
we're
a
gonna
chance.
do the blue door.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
We're going blue, baby.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No,
Stanley
you
walked
misunderstood me.
through the red door.
Blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Thank you.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do not think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Well,
tell you what.
Opposite of
Let
what
me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, cool.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Untextured. All right, where are we going?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
No,
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Good old Neil is offline. 2 seconds. Wow. 4, 5. Hey, whoa. Come on, man. Screw you. It's not 7 hours. I haven't played for 7 hours. Are you mad? Okay, cool. Well, we're going into Orange Door again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No!
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Oh,
it's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
4 hours in this. Where's this? Nope.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, what are we playing? Warzone, Call of Duty.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Well, if you're a creep in a tower, I mean, honestly.
Stop it. Get some help.
Floor top. Is this floor? That's a cookbook. National Forest of Wyoming. Studs. 25% extra. Some cool drink. Space buffs. What is? And beans. Dr. President. I think oh we chat? Correct me. Oh no, okay. No. I'm just like, so we are in Alaska and we are originally from Wyoming. If I am taking a look at this. Oh, can't do nothing there. Why am I walking so slow? Open world game.
No, it can't be.
What can't
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in
open
any...
world is so much fun.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice,
Well, we're
big,
in a game with
insurmountable walls.
Well, we are out of the woods.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No. Oh, man. Hold on.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Jack,
There
who
isn't
knows
any
what this
possibility
is?
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Challenge accepted. Come on.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what
What
fun.
hell is sports
We shall
ball?
run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Say you know nothing without saying you know nothing about sports. This is sports ball and we're gonna run the plays and do a touchdown. What the hell? Oh, what we got here?
Hold on. What are you doing?
Apparently I can escape. Ooh!
Stanley, don't do that. I
fine.
can't follow you
Fine.
there. I can't help you.
We're fine.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Hold on. We're fine. We're fine. What is this place? Well, at least we've got one door we can choose from. No idea what that is. Nope. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, okay.
I wonder what he found.
Nothing.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Yes.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The end is never. The end is never. Yeah, we're back here again.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
That is true. We haven't seen weather. It's like white. Oh, we still need to answer the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I have nothing to say about that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, let's go on to the phone.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay, so according to some of the stuff that we've been through, he has a wife.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
There's a third choice there. The third choice is not to answer, just stand there.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right,
delicious.
now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 47. Press I on... Oh my gosh, I can see what's happening here. In the beginning, it says, Stanley, was employee 47 who literally pressed buttons because he got instructions on a screen. And this is exactly what we are doing right now. My gosh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I got taken for a fool.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing
Screw you.
exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I did choose this decision, didn't I?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press a button.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Honestly, I won't be able to do Stanley's work. Just sit there and press a button.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors
Would you be
and
able
that he
to do
could go
this?
through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Will you be able to do a work like this? Like just sit there and press buttons the whole day?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Fine. I won't. No, I've got...
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Alt to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Stanley Parable for now. There is a lot more coming. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm honestly, my brain is hurting from all the stuff that is happening in this game. There's so much to happen. And I get what the guy is trying to tell you, that like we are pretty much just people being mind controlled in real life, just pressing buttons, going on. We're basically robots. That is pretty much it. So, yes, I understand the parable they're trying to make. That is so much. That is what life is. But yes, I think that is going to be it for tonight. I think tomorrow we're gonna continue. There is new content. So this was just the first part about it. The new content part is actually the Ultra Deluxe iPhone version. I call iPhone version because iPhone, well, Apple likes to call their phones Ultra Max Deluxe plus something like that. So yes, that is going to be part 2, well, the Ultra Deluxe version of this game. Now, if you have been watching up until this point and you haven't subscribed or haven't liked this, what is going on? Why is English so hard? If you haven't liked the video yet, do so now. But yes, from my side, that is going to be it for tonight. I'm gonna be back tomorrow again, same time, around about 8 o'clock. My time, I don't know what time it is there by you. It's now 10 o'clock, 2 hours later. So give it about this time, 2 hours earlier, and this is the time I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. So if you want to continue watching this, then join in tomorrow's. Well, in 2 hours. In 22 hours. Yes. Yes, so I'll be seeing you guys again tomorrow. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night. And then I'll see you again. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, it's evening for me. Cheers.
was breathless, my heart restless. Every turn felt like it was wrong, but I kept going to show I was strong. Pushing to my own soul.